Scrum magazine is the driving force behind grassroots rugby. With regular editions throughout the year, you can stay in touch with club and schools rugby. For full details, go to scrummagazine.com.
Personally, I would like to see the profile of the Border League raised in as much as we had a really successful final here in Kelso last year between Jed and Selkirk with a big crowd, and I'd like to see those sort of crowds at more of the Border League games earlier in the season. Standalone games and also games where we're playing for National League points as well as Border League points.
There are a few double headers obviously in the programme. We've already seen one between Peebles and Kelso. But of course the Border League has always been, in a way, for want of a better word or phrase, the poor relation of the national leagues.
Yeah, I think that's right, but with the sponsorship from the BSPC, there's actually more money coming into Border League rugby than there is into club rugby, with regard to the Cup and the National Leagues. And to that end, I feel that we should, as clubs, promote it and hopefully as club members and spectators support it.
Is there a long-term aim for you here to make the Border League a much higher profile than it is?
Very much so. I mean, it could be that in time, we've been through the scenario of getting rid of the Cup, and it could be that in time the Cup will go, and regionalised rugby may well be the way forward to fill in the Saturdays that are not used for National League rugby. And if that's the case, we need to promote the Border League to its maximum and get the crowds back and get the excitement. There's nothing quite like a Kelso Jed, a Gala Selkirk, a Gala Hoyt game to get the pulses racing and the crowds being vociferous, and that's what we want, and that's what the players want, I think.
Of course, the double-edged sword is the fact that you've got Selkirk, Melrose and Hawick in Premier 1 who look at themselves as a national rugby team for Scotland, and of course if it's a choice between playing the Premier 1 matches against a Border League match, they're probably going to go for Premier 1, which is a problem, isn't it?
I think that's right, but I think in discussions with regard to the season structure going forward, I think there is a feeling, certainly within Premier 2, that we should be playing 22 league games, and the other available Saturdays should be left for regional rugby. And with some luck, in my opinion, with some luck, the Cup would be given up on, as nobody is too excited about that. It tends to be a cost for Premiership teams because we're always drawn away, and when we do have a home tie, we give half the money away, and I think that the three Premier 1 teams would be keen to participate in a Border League championship that had a high profile.
What of course is interesting this year for the Border League is Haddington in place of Duns.
Yeah, I think so. I think, without any disrespect to Duns, they've slipped back a bit since their initial inclusion. And Haddington, of course, are in Premier 2. They're a very competitive side. They're nearly Borderers, although it should be said that they're not actually in the Border League. They're invited to take part in the Border League competition. And they're there subject to the Border League's discretion. But I think they'll bring quite a lot to the party, and we'll get competitive matches and hopefully matches that are also going to be fulfilled, because we've been through the situation in recent years where some games, due to lack of numbers, were not being fulfilled, and it makes a mockery of the league, really.
Interesting too that the final this year is going to be at Milntown.
That's right. I mean, as I say, we had a superb final here last year at Poinder, and I would hope that the Border League can promote Milntown throughout the season and get as big a crowd. I mean, it's a distance for some folks, Haddington and Berwick people to travel, obviously, but I would hope that we can push it and get a good crowd there and a good atmosphere.